Hello, our question for today is what's something small that made a big impact in your life? One of the small moments that made a big impact in my life was in 11th grade, and we were having an orientation with our debate team. To give you context, I never debated in my whole life. And then 11th grade, my oral communications teacher came up to me and asked if I wanted to join. So like, oh my god, I was so excited. And at the time, I didn't really know what I was going for. I just kind of said yes cuz it's not all the time that a teacher asks you to um to join a debate team. For all we know, debaters are like super smart, right? Not that I am, I'm not, which is why I'm so shocked that she even recruited me. But at the time, when she recruited me, I said yes, and then after a few weeks, we were having an orientation day with the former debaters that are gonna be with us in the team for the last time and the new members. During the orientation, I didn't know that we were supposed to have an impromptu speech. Impromptu is like it's like this. It's just no. I mean, we had scripts, but like not much time to prepare, and the topic was just said a few minutes prior to the preparation and prior to the speech. And during that time, I did not know how to make a speech. I just said like, yeah, I can do this. I can just speak my mind. But no, I cannot because I'm dumb. At the time we were writing, we had 20 minutes to write our speeches. So I write mine without Wi-Fi or any information from the prompt because the prompt was just told twice or like maybe thrice. And then I had no internet connection, but you were allowed. So I just wrote from what I know, like, what is this? The prompt was UPCAT should be abolished. UPCAT is an entrance admission exam test of UP. That's like the highest, not the highest, but like one of the most prestigious school in the Philippines. And then it should be abolished. That was the prompt. And I disagreed. So I tried to write down my thoughts, but oh my god, I did not know what to say. And then after a few minutes, the teacher came back with another teacher to be like the judge. I keep doing this. I'm sorry. It's not like I can do anything. Anyway, she came back with another teacher to be the judge, and then she asked for our scratch papers, for our speech papers. So we gave it to her. And then the other teacher was supposed to pick randomly so we would know who would start their speech first. And then, oh my god, I used a bond paper, and then the other used yellow paper, so I was the first that got to do the speech. And let me tell you this, it was nerve wracking because number one, there were six of us, and I was absolutely the newest member that did not know anything. There were four of us new, but the other three was able to attend this seminar in debating. So they kind of knew what was already happening in the debate and how to write a speech. And then the other two were former speakers already. They've already competed in this tournament, so they already know what they were doing. So I was like the only one that had no idea what was I gonna do in front of people that I barely know. Oh my god. Anyway, so I stood up there. This is the most embarrassing part. We're shaking hands, holding my bond paper that I barely wrote in because I didn't know what UCAT was at the time. I did know, but like, I didn't understand why it should be abolished. I had no arguments in mind because as a debater, you're supposed to have arguments, right? But I didn't. I'm holding it, just shaking. And then I started my speech. I was like, this, and then I keep on blabbering what I thought was happening. And I was just mind blocked in front of people that was there to judge me, to test my skills. And then someone knocked at the door behind me. And then they opened it. And I was like relieved. Oh, maybe maybe this is my chance. I wouldn't really get, I wouldn't really speak. But she went out after like a few seconds, and then they said, restart again, it's okay. So I did. I restarted my speech, and I was trying to sound smart. You know how hard it is to sound smart when you're not? I felt it. I resumed my speech. And my speech was supposed to last for 7 minutes. It wasn't required, but that was the best time length if you want a speech in the debate, 7 minutes. And then I finished it for like a minute and 30 seconds. I barely knew what I said, but I was just relieved that I was done, and I said thank you. So I sat down, and then I wanted to cry so bad. Like, I legit wanted to cry so bad because I did my speech really badly. I wasn't like an official member, not yet at least, but I really wanted to do the debate. But then I did so bad, so I was thinking, gosh, it's okay if I don't make the team. It'll be better for the whole school. They could win. I was just like internalizing it. And then the teacher said, "Oh, Jess, come here. You should video the other members," because we were recording ourselves. My God, we were being recorded. I was recorded. So I sat down. I videoed the other members. I only videoed for like one because it was her phone and she was doing the speech. So I videoed her. I recorded her. And I just felt the tears in my eye. I'm not even joking. This is real shit, bro. I wanted to cry so bad, but I couldn't because it'd be embarrassing. I recorded it. I was like stopping my tears, like, stop it. So, and then after that, I was like, yeah, good job. Just remembering it makes me wanna go away. But then, here comes the criticisms. I mean, the judging, you know. This was just told so that we know where to improve. And then, one by one, we would also each criticize ourselves and then say who we like the most. I'm gonna skip all the others, but my teacher judged me also, as well as other students. And then she said that it was alright. My voice was okay. That's why she picked me to be one of the potential members. But then she said that my speech wasn't logical. There's no kind of logic in any way in my speech from what she heard. But I knew, I accepted that right away because I knew that it didn't really made sense. So I was like, yes, okay. And then here comes the good part. One by one, we were also told to criticize each other. And then we were asked to pick our best speaker for the day. And I said that my best speaker was the former first place. We could name her Crystal. Yeah. Not her real name, but we could just name her Crystal. She was my best speaker because I really liked her speech genuinely, and I understood right then and there why she was the number one in the whole division. And then it was her turn to pick her best speaker. This is the part where I just wanted to cry because the other members they chose the other three potential members as the best speaker. Even the teachers, they chose the three members, the three newest members, and I was the only one that wasn't getting picked. So like, yeah, it's okay. I can just leave. It doesn't matter. It's my first time. I was there to try. But then the first speaker said, "Oh, I don't really want to choose because I think you all are great. I think you're all even better than me." She said that, and I was like, she's so humble. Wow. And I was like, no, she's not gonna pick me. There's no way she's gonna pick me because I did so bad. But then she said I was the best speaker. And oh my God, you cannot imagine how what? Even remembering it, so, oh my god, what? She said that? So she said I was her best speaker. Can you imagine that? The former first placer not hailing you, but like announcing you as her first speaker for the day. And you cannot imagine how grateful that I felt because she didn't let me um feel left out as the newest member, as the only one in the whole team that didn't know what I was doing. My speech was so illogical. My mannerisms during the speech was just so bad. And she said I was the first place speaker. This is the part where it gets so good. She was the former first speaker, right? And then on our orientation day, she said that I am the best speaker for her for that really messy impromptu that I did. But then during the tournament proper, I was the best speaker for the whole division. What? I'm so grateful that I was. But more than that, I was so grateful that the former first speaker said during the orientation, like months prior to the competition proper, said that I was the best speaker. And I think that one moment when she said that I was her best made me feel so comforted. I just felt the tingles in my heart. I felt so grateful that she even did that, even though I did so bad. And then at the end of all of it, I was the number one speaker. Like, I got her, I was passed down her torch. And I cannot be even more grateful that I am right now. That she just picked me for that stupid speech that I did. And I think that's one small moment that made a big impact in my life, because winning that tournament as a first place speaker, it's not really not necessarily just about my speech or like me as a whole person, but inwardly I felt like, oh, so she believed in me even though I knew I wasn't supposed to be believed in. And I just felt so grateful that she did. If she ever watches this, which I don't think she will, because it's just a little secret between us. Between us, I do not promote this anywhere else in my social medias. But I just want to let her know that I'm really grateful. And yeah, I feel so grateful that she did. That's all that I can say. Even though this video is 13 minutes long. I think this is the longest video that I've ever done. But I was curious also of how it feels like to talk for this minutes long straight. But I did. And yeah, I think I enjoyed it. And that is the one moment that made a big impact in my life. Thank you.